guys, this is Nate Freshcoat. In this video, I'm going to go through a Facebook ads case study. Okay, and then I'm going to go a little bit of a rant on leads, sales, marketing, how to really make this, Facebook paid ads work for your painting company. Let's hop right in. So here's what I want to show you guys today. So here is all the leads that we generated. This is our company in Canada. And the owner is just kind of getting this business off the ground. He had a commercial painting company, and he came to us to get the residential painting company to speed here. So first thing we did, create a brand new website for him. Looks amazing. Next thing we did is turn on ads, right? So we turned on Facebook ads, and I wanted to give this little bit of a case study here to show you the power of Facebook ads and the low cost per leads that we can get. So let me show you here. Now, what you're seeing here is a CRM, right? So we use Go High Level, or clients typically use DripDrops. And so either one of those work, great. They have different use cases, but you still need a CRM to manage all the leads that come in. So in this case, we started the ad on the 19th, and we had the first lead come in, and then on the 20th, we had 1, 2, 3, 4 leads come in, and then the next day we had 2. Now, on this day, the client called me to shut down the campaign because he wasn't ready for all of these leads to come in. He thought it was going to take a while, but it literally happened instantly. So this is great, right? So we have leads coming in right away from Facebook, but you might be wondering, okay, well, what's the quality of these leads? Did these turn into revenue? Well, out of these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 leads, the client booked 4 estimates, and he sent out 2 quotes, and is just waiting for one to close right now. So out of these, call it 7 leads, close 1 project, right? And as far as the cost for these leads, we were spending $40 a day, so we spent it for about like a day and a half, just call it 2 days. Shoot, just call it 3 days, right? $40 a day, it's about $120. So $120 to sell a $5,000 painting project. I'll do that all day. Now, the other thing I want to show you is the Facebook campaign. So let's go to the ad set here. So here's the ad set that we're using. So it is kind of a secret sauce here, so I won't go into the super details of that, but we generated 7 leads here at $16.74 cost per lead, spending just shy of $120. So this is the power of Facebook. I want to show you this case study to show you that this is very possible. We're not just putting a little Canva picture on there. I gotta show you because I love Canva, don't get me wrong, but when it comes to what people normally put on Facebook and Instagram ads, they do something like this, right? It's like just super generic, like just something that people have always seen, just screams advertisement. That does not work in today's day and age. Okay, it does not work. Please do not do that. So tired of hearing people say that Facebook doesn't work. Facebook absolutely works. How are we able to generate 7 leads at $16 and generate all these leads for this client in 2 days? Okay, this stuff works, my friends. You're just not putting enough effort into this. Okay, and this is not something you can just learn in a week's time, right? You can't just go to a YouTube or download a course and expect to get these kind of results. We've been at this for 2.5, almost 3 years, right? So we figured out the system. We know what works. So if you want to get results like this, you need to work with a company that knows what they're doing. Secondly, have patience too. Like, these leads are coming in, from an ad, and I think a lot of people don't understand when it comes to ads, there's certain things that you need to be doing to convert these leads, right? I'm just gonna go off the top 3 mistakes that I think people are making. They treat these as referrals. They get back to them when they can. It's a leisurely type thing. It's not, there's no system. And when they do call the lead, they're not displaying their authority, right? And the third is they usually don't schedule them quick enough. So I'll dive into each of those just a little bit briefly here. So the first one, they don't treat the leads like they should be treated, right? So they get a lead. Oh, okay, I'll call tomorrow. I'm a little bit busy. The guys are busy. I need to go do this. I need to go do that. That's the incorrect mindset. You're never going to make paid ads work if you do it that way, right? Organic is slightly different. There's already kind of trust built on there. But when it comes to paid ads, they probably saw your ad for like a minute, 2 minutes. You got them interested. You got their info. And then you need to like seal that handoff, right? So ideally, you want to be calling these leads as soon as possible. And just to break some mindset here, typically I like to aim for 5 minutes. Now I know that may sound absurd. How am I supposed to call these leads back within 5 minutes? Well, that's not like the point. The point is the mindset shift, right? Shifting from being reactive. Okay, cool, we've got a lead. I'll call it when I can, to calling the lead ASAP as soon as it comes in. If I'm on a job site talking to the foreman, or I'm at home doing some admin stuff, a lead comes in, guess what? I'm going to pause what I'm doing for 5 minutes and give this lead a call, okay? Because sometimes they might not answer, sometimes they might answer. You got to catch people at like good times, right? So that's the first thing. Change the mindset on the leads. If you call your leads within 5 minutes, I literally guarantee that you'll probably either double or triple your business. I see this so often with painting companies and other companies as well too. They don't get back to their leads quick enough, right? And then you need to have your call script dialed in, super, super, super dialed in. You need to be able to call, display your authority. It's one thing that I think everyone can work on, probably including myself. But when you get on the call them, and you're the authority, right? You're the one that has the painting company. You're the one that knows the pricing, services, how much things cost. A lot of times people may be price shopping, or they're just looking to see, just generally like, hey, what is this going to cost? And if you let them control the conversation, if you let them drive it, then it's just not going to get anywhere, right? You need to display your authority, and I don't mean authority like you're above them. It's just, the painting industry, how much stuff costs, right? So if they're asking you, for example, for like a cabinet project, and they're like, hey, is this going to be like $500? Well, you're doing them a disservice if you're just like, oh no, that's like too cheap, like, yeah, not for us, find somebody else. You need to explain like why it costs, right? It's like, well, we have to take out the drawers, we got to sand it, we got to prime it, we got to apply 2 coats of paint, all kinds of little things that we do during the process. It's going to be a 5-day project. And then all of a sudden they're like, oh shoot, maybe my idea of this project was like out of line, out of scope, but this guy seems like he really knows what he's doing, and he's going to give me a great deal on this. And then you start to like turn that around, right? So anyways, that's the mindset kind of part of it. The second thing, I forgot what I said for the second thing, but the other thing is just having that like structured process to turn them into an estimate, right? And then you need to be tracking your numbers as well too. Now this is super, super hard, but even if you do this like once a week or even once a month, honestly, if you do it once a week, that's 52 times a year to correct. If you do it once a month, it's about 12 times to correct a year. So I like to do, every week, every 2 weeks, right? Take a look at how many leads came in. Take a look at your estimate rate, and then take a look at your close rate. You want to be within certain percentages, right? When it comes to leads, any leads basically come from the internet, or really any leads, whatever, referrals, word of mouth. If you're not setting at least, and I'm talking at the very, this is like bottom barrel, like just enough to make it kind of work. If you're not setting at least 30% of all your leads into estimates, there's something broken. It's either you're not getting back to the leads quick enough, you're not having a proper conversation with those leads when you contact them. And those really are just like the two biggest levers, right? You don't know how many times I've listened to calls, even from some clients, and they answer the call, yeah, hello. And then the lead's like, oh, hey, is this so-and-so painting? Like, yeah, how can I help you? Right? It's so off-putting. And I get it, we're all busy, but you need to have that script, right? So what's the difference between someone, calls and it's like, hey, this is Gary with Roll Pro Painting. How can I help you? And oh, hey, Gary, nice to meet you. Yeah, I saw your business online. Yeah, I want to get a quote. Excellent. Sounds great, man. Yeah, let me just get a couple details about your project here, and we'll go ahead and get you scheduled out for an estimate. Go through the details, go through the question. This is how, again, you're displaying your expertise and your authority. Because if you didn't know what the hell you were doing, you wouldn't be asking these great questions, right? Hey, what's your timeline on this? Why is this important to you? What are you guys getting this painting done for? Oh, it's for your wife's anniversary that you've been, pushing off, and you told her you'd get this painting project, so now you're reaching out. Fantastic. Well, hell, guess what? We can help take care of that for you. Okay, we'll make sure to get it done so your wife is super, super happy. We'll get it done on time. And hey, guess what? We actually have an opening tomorrow for a estimate. We can get you set up at 9 a.m. tomorrow, and we'll go ahead and get you the best price we can. Okay. Okay, great. Thank you so much. Boom. How much better is that for me? Hello? Hey, yeah, we can help. Okay, yeah. Yeah, I'll show up tomorrow at 9. All right, bye. Right? It's so different, right? So there's a couple of things there. And then the last piece, I forget what it said. The last piece is just being organized, right? So I think a lot of people think they have like a lead problem, but really they have like a sales problem. They don't know where their leads are coming from. They don't update their CRM. They don't update their pipeline. They don't know how many leads they have that are waiting for an estimate. They don't know how many leads are waiting for their quote. And it's just kind of like controlled chaos, and you're getting by because you've done this for such a long time that you kind of know your system. But if you want to grow, you really need to start getting in the mindset of that. Like first, you can't do everything, right? So eventually you will have someone calling your leads. So you need to think about that process of like, okay, how can I get this to the point where I can hand this off to someone, right? Because if you're just always in that mindset of like, I'm going to do everything, I'm the superhero, I'm the savior, I'm going to fix everything in the business, you're just going to get burned out at the end of the day. Like you really are. Like you can probably do that for a certain amount of time. And with super hard workers, you can probably get by for even longer, but eventually it will catch up to you. You start just leveling up the mindset for your business. But getting back to the topic of the video, Facebook. Facebook works as you're seeing here. Again, you can't just put a little Canva photo on here with like, hey, we do interior, exterior, cabinets, commercial. Give us a call, give us a quote. That's just it just doesn't work. It may have worked like 10 years ago when like ads were relatively new, but people are more sophisticated now. You have TikTok, you have Instagram, you have all these different types of things that are like fighting for their attention, right? And then they have their daily life, they have their work, they have their kids. And so a lot of the times people think, people are just like sitting by their computers or like phones, like just ready to go, but that's not the case, right? The reality is everyone is super busy. So when they submit the forms, they're giving you their intent and you need to follow up with them. I'll give you an example too. So I generate my own leads for my agency, and we eat our own dog food. I got 3 leads yesterday. One of them answered. We did a discovery call on the spot that same day. Another person didn't answer. Another person answered and hung up. Now I am so used to this. This is not anything out of the norm. This is just what it is. And so I had that call yesterday. This morning, I talked to the other 2 people and set up another call for today. And the other person hung up on me. I called them again. And you know what? I was a little bit gun shy on calling in, but I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna give him a call. I gave him a call, and at the end of that call, guess what he said? He's like, dude, you absolutely know what the hell you're talking about. He's like, I'd love to work with you. I'm just not quite there yet. Perfect, no problem. Gave him some kind of steps to get to the next level. Hey, when you're ready, reach back out. But people might have gotten that lead yesterday and like, him hanging up on me and be like, oh, he doesn't like me, or what's going on? Is it the leads? It's not the leads. It's not. This is just the nature of what paid ads do. Paid ads force leads into your ecosystem so that you can call them and have a pipeline. If I didn't have those ads running, where would I have gotten those 3 leads from? Organically, that would have taken forever. So paid ads are just a shortcut to get leads in your ecosystem very, very quickly. It doesn't mean that every lead is going to turn into a $10,000 job. That's not how it works. That's the mindset of like the pay per lead type guys. That, hey, I've spent $100, I want to make $200. And while in theory, yes, that makes a lot of sense, and like business wise, like you can talk to any business owner and they're like, yeah, if you spend 100, you need to make 200. The problem is when you actually do that in reality, you spend $100 on leads, that's a drop in the bucket. It's literally nothing, right? It's nothing. So for those people that are kind of stuck on the pay per lead, type hamster wheel, it's very, very hard to get out of that, because then you start to run Google or Facebook, right? And these people are telling you, including myself, to spend, a couple $1,000, right? It's a very, very big shift. So what I would recommend is just making sure that your sales and everything after you get the lead is super dialed in. Like you can, the way I like to explain this is like, hey, if you can explain your process and have some like be able to teach someone like your process for the call and then for the estimate, then you pretty much have a system there. And then you should be tracking your numbers. I know it's a little bit hard at the beginning, but as long as you're converting 30% or more into estimates, that is generally okay. But you really want to be in the 40 to 50 to 60 range, right? So if you are converting all your leads at 30%, and you work on your lead to estimate process and script and everything, and you double that. Let's say you get to 60% lead to estimate rate. Guess what? You literally doubled your business. Going from 30 to 60 is a doubling of your business, right? Because if you have double the amount of estimates, you're most likely going to get double the amount of closes. Maybe some ups and downs depending on the season. However, that is a huge, huge swing, right? So if you go to any painting company and be like, hey, I'll double your business, we just need to take you from 30 to 60%, they're going to be like, no, that's not right. We need more leads. So it's not just like a lead problem, right? It's like a lead, and then we have certain like metrics that we need to kind of hit here. So anyways, back to the topic of this video, Facebook. So leads. You do need leads, and it takes a little bit of time, to get used to the paid leads, right? Because you have organic leads that are very, very, very like organic and referrals. Like, dude, then you can call back every week and they'll still go with you because the sale's already done. As long as you don't fumble it, as long as you don't call back like a month later, that sale's done. But in order to grow your company, you need to advertise to strangers. You need to get in front of strangers. And I know that may sound a little bit weird, but that's literally the case, right? If everybody in your state or your area or your service, your service area knew your name, hey, this is Jeremy with Design Painting, right? Everybody knew your business, what you did, your name, how you're a good guy, they like you. What do you think's going to happen when they have a painting project? They're going to reach out to you, right? So the process of ads is literally reaching out to strangers, right? And because we're good at this, we can reach out to strangers and get a really good cost per lead here, right? And so this is the name of the game. To get to a certain point, you need to just reach out to strangers every day, literally every day, and your business will grow. And the only way to do that is two ways: organically, you can reach out to people on Instagram or whatever, or you can pay to have that reach out done for you, right? That's how you get leverage. Because when I got those 3 leads yesterday, I wasn't sitting there messaging those leads, right? I wasn't sitting there manually putting the ads up. Those ads were running, right? So I also think it's important to eat your own dog food, right? We always have clients tell clients to run ads and do this and do that. Well, guess what? We do the same exact thing in our business, right? If we're not able to grow our business with ads, how do we expect clients to believe us when we say, hey, we can grow your business with ads? So that's why we eat our own dog food. So I'm not just saying this stuff just out of like willy-willy, like, this is like real life. I've built my company off of ads. And once you can unlock that, that is literally growth on demand. So, it's like, okay, we're spending this much, we made this much, cool. We want to, grow to this, level now. So now we need to spend this much to get to this much, right? And it's a team effort. You as the business owner have the skills. We as the marketing agency have the skills to do the marketing. We come together as a team. None of this blame game. Hey, we need more leads, or hey, leads suck, or hey, like your sales suck. It's a team effort. That's why I love playing sports, right? Because it's not just one. We're talking about soccer, football, star striker, right? It's the defenders, it's the midfielders that pushing the team up. You know, it's the goalie that made the save. Like it's a team effort at the end of the day, and it's fun. Like, dude, when we got these leads for this client, he was super happy, you know, and he's already conceived the vision for the future. It's like awesome. I know I can trust these guys to generate leads. Let's go. So, all right, well, that's enough for this video. So again, power of Facebook ads case study. In about 2 days, 7 leads at about $16 per lead, about 4 estimates, schedule, and 1 closed job. So if you guys are interested, want to learn more about Facebook, want to learn more about marketing for painting companies, how we can help you, click the link below, brushco.io, get in touch. Other than that, keep watching videos for getting some more value for your painting company.